Okay, Edmentum Unit 2, Lesson 1 is called Saving for the Future. So let's go ahead and take a look at this mastery test. Alright, this first question says, Aria is trying to build up her savings. Which are 3 most helpful questions that she should ask herself before making a purchase? And the answers are, can I buy a cheaper generic product that serves my purpose just as well as the name brand product? Am I making an impulse purchase? And is this a discretionary expense that I can avoid? Okay, the next question says, which behavior can help increase savings? Identifying and removing discretionary expenses from a financial budget. Why is it important for a rainy day fund to be highly liquid? Refunds need to be easily accessible. Which statement correctly identifies a difference between an emergency fund and a rainy day fund? An emergency fund is larger and should have a balance equal to 3 to 6 months of income. An emergency fund is larger, it says. Okay, next, what is an important requirement for an emergency fund? Liquidity. Which situation is best met through long-term savings? Retirement. My cat's wanting to help us out here. All right. Select the correct answer from each drop-down menu. Discretionary expenses are optional and can be reduced to help save money. For example, a magazine subscription is a discretionary expense. Jenna has completed 1 year at her first job and wants to start saving for her future. Jenna could use an IRA to save for retirement and a 529 plan to save for her child's education. Drag each tile to the correct location. Identify the type of savings fund that is best suited for each situation. Alright, so here's what the answer looks like. Sinking fund is saving for college education, saving to start a business, and a down payment for a car. A rainy day fund is unexpected travel expense, paying to fix a broken air conditioner, and plumbing expenses. And we got one more. Number 10. Drag each tile to the correct box. Which type of savings fund is best suited to each situation? All right, let me see if you can see this. Down payment for home purchase is a sinking fund. Minor home repairs is a rainy day fund. And major unexpected medical expense is an emergency fund. Okay. And that should be all of the first, that's all of the one called Saving for the Future. The next one is called Interest. And you don't have to do the practice. That should be logged. You should only have to do the test. So let's look at the Interest Mastery Test. All right. Select the correct answer from each drop-down menu. Complete the statement about the compound interest expression. P times 1 plus R over N to the NT power. The number of times that interest is compounded per year is represented by the variable N. N is what you put in the drop down. While the annual interest rate is represented by R. So letter R goes in that second one. All right, enter the correct answer in the box. The price of gas, which started at $2.25 per gallon, increased at a rate of 4% per year. Write the function that models the situation, substituting numerical values for A and R into the expression. Do not use a dollar symbol in the function. All right, so my answer looks like this. F of X, so I don't know if they make you even type that part. You might start typing after here. But if you do, you put F parentheses X, and you read that F of X equals 2.25, that's your gas, parentheses, so it's times, 1 plus, when you put 4%, you have to put 0.04, and it's to the X power. So X is my exponent here. So here, you can see this. F of X equals 2.25 parentheses 1 plus 0.04 to the X power. Joanna uses this exponential expression to determine the value of her savings account in 5 years. Which term represents the initial value of her account? And the 5,000 has got the check mark, so it looks like you're going to click 5,000 right here in the front. That's going to be your answer. Drag each tile to the correct box. Not all the tiles will be used. Calculate the interest earned on each simple interest account given the original principal, annual interest rate, and the length of time that the account was held. Match each amount to the corresponding account description. Okay, so it looks like, here's what your answers looks like. You only have 3 that you have to use. 1,100 at 3.2% for 3 years is equal to 105.60. 990 at 3.15% for 4 years is equal to 124.74. And 1,025 at 2.8% for 5 years is equal to 143.50. Select the corresponding answer from the drop-down menu. The expression 1,000 times 1.0215 to the 4t power represents the amount of money in an account after t years. The interest is compounded quarterly. Quarterly is in the drop-down. And the effective annual interest rate on the account is 8.88%. 8.88%. Select the correct answer. The table shows the balance of an investment account at the beginning of each year the account was held. Assuming that no other deposits have been made to the account, which statement describes the account's growth? All right, looks like that. The correct answer is the account is growing exponentially at an annual interest rate of 4%. The account is growing exponentially at an annual interest rate of 4%. The expression f of x is equal to 12 times 1.035x models the monthly growth of membership in the new drama club at a school. According to the function, what is the monthly growth rate? And it's 3.5%. Right here, it looks like we would move the decimal. So the answer is 3.5%. The function f of x equals 2,500 times 1 plus 0.021 over 365 to the 365t models the balance in savings account. Which statement accurately describes the account? And this answer is the account had an initial balance of 2,500 and compounds daily at an annual interest rate of 2.1%. What is the effective annual interest rate on savings account that earns interest at a rate of 1.55 compounded monthly? That answer is 1.56%. 1.56%. And which account has the highest effective annual interest rate? Which account has the highest effective annual interest rate? This answer is account 1. Interest is compounded quarterly at an annual rate of 4.20%. Account 1, interest is compounded quarterly at an annual rate of 4.20%. All right, and that is all for week 5.